Hi, greetings from the Police Inn. We're here on the Spotlight Series. I'm the host, Scott and Ernie. And with me today is Scott Weldon from Rhody Rug, located in Rhode Island. Welcome to the Spotlight Series.
Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
I understand that you are in the rug business.
We are. We manufacture braided rugs.
Okay.
We're right in Lincoln, Rhode Island, on Powder Hill Road. We've been manufacturing braided rugs since 1987.
Wow.
Just a little while.
Yeah, absolutely. Now, have you been with the company that long?
No. We had actually purchased it a couple years back from the original owners, and we have actually all the employees that have been there originally are still there. We've added some more, but mostly all of them have been there, some 20, 25 years.
Credit to you for coming in, buying a business, keeping it in Rhode Island.
Thank you.
Keeping all the people. I mean, people are the biggest asset we have.
Absolutely. We have about 24 employees. I think they all live in Rhode Island, actually. They all live in the local area, and we're always looking for more, but it really comes down to that team that really makes us successful. It had nothing to do with me. I'm just a showpiece, and not a good one at that.
Oh, man that speaks well of his people is a good leader.
Yes, they, my winders, my braiders, my sewers, my shipping people, Tony Laura, my plant manager who keeps everything together. It really comes down to the people. They are just wonderful, wonderful people.
And where did they find you from, or where did you come from into their lives?
Well, we buy businesses, and so we found one for sale, and it was something interesting because people don't make things anymore.
Right.
And we're very much into manufacturing. And so to be able to make it, and we make everything right here, United States, Lincoln, Rhode Island, so you can see it, touch it, and it comes locally. And there's a lot of places that don't do that anymore. Matter of fact, we're one of maybe 3 or 4 braided rug companies left in the country, actually.
Wow.
Yeah.
Now, when I think back to braided rugs, as a kid, everybody had one. I can't.
Did your grandmother come to mind?
Grandma, yeah, my parents had one, but more my grandparents because they had the bigger area.
Yes.
And I think people my age would think back to being a kid and playing with your toys on the braided rug.
Yeah.
And and the cats love them as well.
Yes.
Especially
the wool.
Yeah.
So it's funny you say that. We manufacture polypropylene rugs as well as wool rugs. Those are the two that we make, and we make them in oval, circle, rectangle. We don't make squares, but we make everything else. And a lot of people think of their grandmother, but you would be surprised how many young people are buying braided rugs. A lot of people are redoing kitchens, farmhouses, things like that, and the braided rug is a perfect fit for their hardwood floors. And what we've done now, this is an example of a polypropylene rug. This is one of our most popular rugs.
And that's not wool?
No, this is polypropylene.
Okay.
And you can feel it squishy.
Oh, yeah.
The thing that makes us different than everybody else is that we have a proprietary filler. So most people would use a cotton filler in there. We actually braid and make our own filler. And the way we do that, and the reason we do that actually is it allows it to become an indoor-outdoor rug. You can wash this outside with a garden hose. You just spray it off, lay it flat, and let it dry. You can't do that with the wool rugs, but you can do that with the poly rugs. And these actually stand up a little bit stronger than wool as well. This is an example of one of our wool rugs. This is an Astoria Blue Dragon is what we call it. You can feel it's soft from the wool. And this isn't too far off for polypropylene versus wool, and that's why people really like the difference between them.
For those who can't feel at home, there's not a lot of difference in the feeling. These are really nice.
And I talked about our filler, and the reason we do that is when you walk on it, it's squishy to your feet.
Yeah.
Instead of being flat and maybe just a small cushion, it really is squishy, and it's a great feeling.
It's a big difference from the old days of not wanting to walk on that rug barefoot.
Yes, yeah, you could walk on that barefoot, it's perfectly fine.
Which I think is in the past, decades ago, people would just put them under the kitchen table because you didn't really want to step on it, but you wanted the accent piece to protect the floor.
Now you're finding one of the most popular spots is in front of the kitchen sink. Or a lot of people have islands now, so they get the runners and put them in front of the island, which you would have never thought of that years ago. Like I said, most people would use them underneath the kitchen table.
Yeah.
the thing that's changed too over the years is that you think of your grandmother's rug, you think of your grandmother's colors, and you think of old-time New England. That's what everybody thinks of when they think of braided rugs. Well, we have a lot of fun, bright colors. I have a full kids line that is really bright pink, bright purple, bright blue,
I'm a bright color
yellow
guy. I didn't wear bright tonight.
I'm a little bit, but not that
I
much.
am a pink and yellow and orange and red, and I love that.
And while we have the traditional colors, we also have what fits into today's theme of more neutral, with the browns, the beiges, the blacks, the grays, and we actually have we have 19 lines of different rugs we make, and we have 2 new lines coming out, which I am personally very excited for because we design them ourselves. We design all the rug patterns ourselves. I have a modern farmhouse line coming out and a Vineyard Collection. The Vineyard Collection is brighter colors. If you think of walking around Martha's Vineyard with people with pink shorts or the bright purple or off green, things like that. And the modern farmhouse really fits into all of the new colors, the salt, the pepper, the things like that. And I'm very, very excited to launch those in the next 2 months, I hope, maybe a month.
And I understand, I looked at your website, you make other products as well.
Yes, so we make baskets, small and large. We make stair treads for the stairs, as well as chair pads. And the one thing that's different, currently we don't sell direct. So we deal with our rug dealers. We have about 600 or 700 rug dealers throughout the country.
Wow.
And our online partners or our online retailers. Now, years ago, the rug dealers is where majority of the business comes from. Now, 98% of the business comes from online partners. So, we sell through Overstock, Wayfair, Home Depot, Super Area Rugs from our country store, Plow and Hearth, Lowe's, all these big ones. You can find our stuff all over the place.
And people can go and look at your website and see a catalog of the different rugs you make?
Yes, we have all of our lines up currently are on the website. We try to take the best pictures we can.
Sure.
Dye-lots change over time, so sometimes it's a little bit different.
Yeah.
And if you're local here in Rhode Island, and not even local Rhode Island, local New England, or further if you want, you can come into our factory store and buy any of our line. We will sell direct in our factory store. And if you come into our store, you can actually see the rugs being made by our shop. We have.
Oh, really?
I think I said before, we have 24 employees, and you can watch the sewers sew it, and they make it look so darn easy. I like to say, this is my saying, is that it's really artwork that they're doing. They're making art, because if you watch them, they're spinning it with their finger. We have like giant air hockey type tables holding it up, and they're spinning it, and they make a perfect oval every time, and it's just amazing. And then we go through, if I step back a little bit, so we get the yarn in, we wind the yarn onto bobbins, and then the bobbins go to our braiders. Now our braiders are either 3 or 5 carrier, so each braider has about 9 machines, and they're changing the colors, and the machines are going around and around making the braid. From that, it goes to the sewers, they sew it, then we go to our shipping and quality check, which is, I gotta say, our shipping manager, Eddie, is probably about the best you've ever seen. He can spot something before you even see it. They do the final quality check, roll it up, put it in a plastic sleeve, and ship it to you.
And it unrolls and just sits on the floor, and
You
it's
unroll
not
it, that's
bound
it.
up and all crooked and crunched. And
No, it shouldn't be.
I'm sure it's not. Oh, that's
I like
great.
to say it's would lay down flat for you.
And how long does it take? Let's say I have the yarn in. How long would it take in people hours to make a rug like you showed us?
To make it, if I was to break it down, I'd have to say about, depending on the size, obviously
Sure.
a larger size takes more, but if you do a, say, medium, middle of the road, a good 45 minutes.
Oh, wow.
I'm taking into consideration the time from people winding it, and then they're
Yeah.
taking their colors to braiding it and to actually sewing it.
I would have expected you to say many hours.
No. Oh, we wouldn't sell as many rugs if we had many
I know.
hours.
I would never sell rugs because I would be sitting there for years trying to make a rug.
We should.
Latch hook is as far as I got to knitting. So. And you mentioned that you're always looking for more people. What skills would someone want to bring to the table for you?
I'd say first and foremost, they have to be willing to work and a good person. I can't stress enough, and you probably already heard it in my voice, my people are the ones that make everything. And we really try to make it a great environment. I do things like, on Friday I do a raffle, and we pick out a name. You never know who it's going to be. We pick it out, and I try to give away a decent prize. I give away, I think last time, a 42-inch TV. I've done a Ninja blender, gas cards, grocery cards, things that make it fun. We try to make it a real fun environment. And, if you've had sewing experience or braiding experience or no experience, we have plenty of people that have come in with no experience and they become wonderful sewers. It just takes time.
Yeah, sometimes the best employees are ones you start from scratch and teach them the way you want to do business.
Absolutely. I mean, we'd love to get someone with experience, but as I mentioned before, there's very few in the country. There's even fewer sewers. So, I mean, if there's sewers out there, come on in. We'd love to talk to you. See Tony. It's a great thing. One of the things that I am proud of, and I brought with me today, no one has seen, is that we really wanted to help the people of Ukraine and really support what's going on there. So I started we created together a limited edition rug, and we only make 2 versions of it. We make it in a 2x3 and a 3x5. It's launching today, later, so no one has even seen it yet, and the proceeds go to the Red Cross that supports Ukraine in particular. I made sure that that's where everything goes, and really proud. My team came together, and I brought 2 with me. So you can see, as you can see, it's Ukrainian flag colors.
Oh, it's beautiful.
It's a yellow and a blue.
Wow.
And I do get a little emotional sometimes about this because we were trying to figure out how we could help this little rug company in Rhode Island. And I say little, but we're doing the best that we can.
Yeah, no, it's things like this that make a huge difference from an emotional point, the financial point, obviously, but for someone to see this on their floor and knowing they've put money towards a great cause and they're helping people that they'll never met, possibly ever meet, and make a difference in someone's life.
Absolutely. And, we look at it as that, as well as this was made here by people here by hand. And I don't know a lot of places that can say that.
Yeah. This is something that will live on for a long time and help people live on a long time where the money goes.
I hope so. I hope so. We're very excited about this.
Yeah,
very excited about this.
These are amazing.
And again, they're the polypropylene, so you can wash them with your garden hose to make it nicer. You can have a nice little outdoor rug.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. I'd like to end with a little tribute to James Lipton.
Okay.
From his show. So I have a few questions for you.
Uh-oh. All right.
Non-business.
I'll try.
Oh,
that's even better. Non-business.
Right?
Oh, I like it.
What's your favorite word?
Succeed.
Okay. What noise or sound do you love?
I love the sound of, this is going to sound weird, but I have a lot of land, and I love the sounds of the crickets and the frogs. You can hear the frogs going this time of year, and it's almost like soothing ocean noise. If I can't be on a wave right there, that's the second best I can find.
You're on the wave right here.
I know. How much better can I be?
If you could do something with no chance of failure, and you can't say making a rug. Okay. Because I've heard you talk about your employees, and I think you're fearful if they ever put you on the line. But if you could do something that you know you couldn't fail, what would it be?
I know I couldn't fail. That's a wonderful question.
Yeah, you can blame my wife for that. This is her favorite question.
Oh, really? I know I couldn't fail. I would love to create something that makes people's lives better. Like genuinely makes it better. That would make me feel good. I have no idea how to do it. I don't have the skill, but I would give it a try.
I'd say you're starting to step in that direction with a rug.
Trying.
And if you could go back in time to talk to your 12-year-old self, what would you tell?
Buy Apple stock. Just kidding. I would say keep that smile. that you've always had. Don't forget it. Life gets tough, and I look at my kids now and say, wow, we had it so much different when I was younger, and just, you try to be positive. There's no reason not to be.
I think there's a lot on kids' shoulders these days.
There is.
And there has been for a generation or two.
And it doesn't help, going through COVID, we're not at school, and a lot of the skills you learn to succeed in life, whether it be business or whatever career path you take, you pick it up from the experiences you have interacting with other people at school. And it's a shame many of them got robbed of that over the last few years, and I'm hoping that comes back, because that's where humanity comes into play.
Yeah, in our future.
Absolutely.
Well, I want to thank you for contributing to the Ukrainian cause. Thank you for buying business in Rhode Island, keeping it in Rhode Island.
Thank you very much.
We'll put a lot of links on the Wave information so that we can get to your website, direct people to your store.
Okay.
They can take a look at a lot of the different patterns you have. For folks on the Wave that are watching this that aren't local to Rhode Island, I would strongly suggest take a look at his website. You can see all the different patterns and products he makes, and then key up to one of the suppliers in your area. There's a beautiful map on your website that talks about many of the places that they do sell. So you can kind of put a little research together and pick something out, kind of pre-shop, and then go on those stores' websites.
Thank you.
And I wish you the greatest success, and thanks for
being
in Rhode Island.
Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Nice to be here. Thank you.